Welcome, 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 everyone. It is me, Nina, and I am so delighted and excited that I am going to be chatting, or will be chatting. We are chatting with Dani and Carey from Shanti Fest. And yeah, how's it going, guys? It's so good that I actually get to see both of you. I'm so excited that I meet Dani for the first time because last time Carey we were chatting. So this is pretty cool. How's it going?
Thanks very much for having us. We are very excited to be here chatting with you today.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So let's just start with because this is how it worked. Carey, you've just come back from India. Give us a little update on that, because that's always fun, like a nice way to start. How was that?
It's absolutely wonderful. I had a fantastic time. I started in Rishikesh, which is the birthplace of yoga, and I just did such incredible yoga classes with so many different teachers. And then I went out to the Himalayas to McLeod Ganges, and also there, beautiful meditations. There's more of a Tibetan influence there. Yeah, and then I ended up in Jaipur, which is just exquisite city. So India was a fantastic experience.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And did you have a plan before going as to where you were going to go and what you were going to do, or was it very just organic? Was it
Quite
well
organic.
very
Rishikesh was on the list, and we went to Rishikesh first, and from there we let it flow.
Awesome. Lovely, lovely. And so now you're back again, Dani. I hear you were just not allowed to go on this. You had to hold
I was running home base, feeling very jealous of all the adventures and healing and beautiful yoga that Carey was doing in India. And also after just the Indian culture and the way of life and the peace. I think in South Africa, we don't have that level of groundedness. I think it's kind of, we get caught up. So I'm jealous of her experience of just going and getting lost in that peaceful space.
A good one there. And then with that word that you've just landed there for a moment, this idea of peace, it seems like peace is not really all out there in the world at the moment. There seems to be a lot up in the air, a lot happening, a lot of drama. And before we were chatting, you guys were just saying that you actually had a nice little event that you held. So do you want to just tell everyone what that was?
So we were just feeling really heartsore. I think globally there's a lot of turmoil, there's a lot of pain, a lot of fear, a lot of anger. And, you just we had a feeling of we just wanted to bring people together in unison with intentions of peace, bring like-minded souls together just to have a grounding and a community feeling where, we're actually all in this together, and our love can transform the world. If you do every good thing, every smile that you smile to a stranger has a ripple effect, that butterfly effect. So we had a gathering that was a global peace prayer gathering, and we had a sound journey and a meditation and a prayer and readings, and the Ngoma choir sang the Heartbreak Choir, which just opened up our hearts. So it was a really beautiful experience, I think, for a lot of people to just bring together in that conscious space of recognizing that we are all going through this. And when you find that stillness and that power, we have the power inside ourselves to have that ripple effect, which causes, which makes a difference. So we're looking at doing more of this.
Okay, cool. And we'll get into that in a moment. And I like what you were saying there in a moment. It's that we all do have that inner power to make some form of change, which is all good and well. We often do have those personal intentions, but often it's really hard to do that by ourselves, on my little mat, on my little veranda here, and on the farm. And it's so much easier when we actually come together as a community, and maybe have someone lead something. Like you were saying, it wasn't just a yoga session. There was a whole load of other activities that were happening at this peace gathering. So do you want to speak just a little to it, why it's so important that we actually come together, and why, yes, it's great that we can be on our own mat and have that feeling of transformation and spreading peace, but actually why it's so much more powerful when we come together as a group to do it.
I guess it's for us all to realize we all are one. There's a connection between all of us. There were very profound things that were said that night. It was just such a beautiful, we had an altar where people said intentions. We all did blessings. We had we put blessings on our hands, which is very much an Indian thing. My hand is full of blessings. I'm a very blessed person. Yeah, it's just creating those intentions together so that the energy is bigger because we're all doing it as a group.
And raising the global consciousness and realizing that we are all connected. You know, we all have that feeling. If I think about my cousin in America, 10 minutes later he'll phone me, you know, and it's just kind of bringing those connections together and bringing us all together and realizing, you know, you can do your meditation by yourself, but you actually, everything you do has that ripple effect, and we are all connected.
So good. And so you saying like it was such a huge success that you're actually going to be doing more of these?
Yeah, well, we thought it was going to be a one-off gathering, but we've had a lot of people reaching out and wanting to do it more often. So I think we are going to be looking at doing it at different places, different programs, just with the intention of peace, and that they'll all be free. So that's also there's no barrier to entry.
Okay. That's really helpful, and I mean people love free stuff as well. So where was the last one that you did, and kind of like what are you thinking of where the next one's going to be, if you know that yet? And then for someone who's like not in your neighborhood, how can someone who's maybe got like their own little home studio somewhere with a small little group of connections, people, students that they have, like do something a little bit more out of the ordinary than just a yoga class that has a little bit more meaning and purpose?
Yeah, well, it would be great if people could just do it in different spaces. I mean, that would be wonderful if this started, you know, it's the little thing that ignites it's happening in more places. That would be wonderful.
And I just think it doesn't have to, you don't have to have previous experience in doing it. You know, I think that's the power of us as humans. You know, have an idea and you can go out and do it. And I just think it's bringing people together and then realizing how powerful your network is, and then maybe reaching out and saying, would you feel comfortable opening? Would you feel comfortable doing a meditation? And you'll be surprised by how many people do step up in your network and would like to do something like this.
And it's so nice to be able to be that space. That's one of the things that's funny I've been playing with as well in the last couple of days. It's like, just like, how can I create the space of kind of like openness or inclusivity or whatever it may be for others to come and share their skills and their abilities and their talents, because we are all so beautifully gifted in different ways. And sometimes we just need to have the space where we can share and give. And I think that's kind of like what you're speaking to. There's not specifically like a formula that needs to get followed to make it happen. You actually just need to, like you're saying, reach out to your network and see who will be able to do what.
Yes, exactly. And that's the power, is just bringing people together. And then also maybe having like a table, like a gifting table where everybody brings something to eat, and it's kind of more of a community, and maybe a round circle discussion. You know, there's so much opportunity for so many different modalities of this kind of work.
And so is that in a way how Shanti Fest came about, with regards to like having that intention, or like how did that evolve and transform into what it is now?
I think Shanti also was about that connection. You know, Dani and I saw that, you know, people do things so separate as a family, and so we've got something where the whole family comes together, one to do at Shanti, which is great. You know, we always have kiddies yoga, the kids swim in the pool, mom goes off and does some yoga, or dad goes off and does yoga or capoeira or whatever he would like to do. So there is that connection.
And it started, I mean, I think we've been doing I think we've done 9, or I think this is probably our 9th Shanti. We started, we started just before COVID. Which in hindsight, and we did start with the intention of, you know, Carey and I are kind of also in the festival scene as a whole, and at that stage there weren't any kind of this wellness festivals that had this kind of intention of kind of a physical healing and a wellness and a well-being. You know, a lot of the festivals were just about jawling. So we wanted to bring in that nurturing, that wellness, that healing aspect. And then also the community aspect, because most, a lot of people that are involved are from our network and larger networks, but it's the kind of Cape Town community, and we wanted to bring that in as well.
So tell me about the next one that's happening, because I hear there's another one happening now in December. What's it, 9th of December? Where is it? What's happening? Who's going to be there? What kind of things are taking place? And then I've got a few more questions as well.
We're back at our beautiful venue, which is actually where we had our peace gathering on this last Tuesday. So it's going to be at Riverside in Hart Bay. It's a stunning venue. We've got lawns, we've got a lovely pool, we've got a beautiful indoor venue, and then there's a beautiful outdoor venue as well, where the different disciplines happen. We've got some interesting new things on our program, like we've got belly dancing. We've got an introduction to Thai massage, which people will work in teams in and get to play a little bit as well. And then also the favorites, there's going to be lots of yoga. There's going to be yoga, qigong, conscious dance. Yeah.
So the idea behind Shanti is that for people who've never been before, there's a program that runs, and then every hour there's 2 different options. So there would be, so you could either, for instance, do conscious dance or qigong, and the next hour you can do acro yoga or meditation. So the program allows you to kind of pick and choose throughout the day. And then everything on the program, all the classes are all included in your ticket. There are some things that are kind of an added extra, or something else that if you'd like to be involved in, like a cacao ceremony or a TRE. But most of the main classes are included in your day ticket, which is really good value for money as well.
And what I really love about this venue is that it's like it's a day venue. I mean, it's a day event.
Yes.
It's not like you then now have to try and deal with accommodation and
exactly
all of
and
that
camping and packing and all of that. Yes. And that is really what we find, because we did a 3-day festival last year, and it's a very different audience. Your 3-day kind of families versus your 1-day moms and dads and little kids. They just want to be able to arrive and then leave whenever they want throughout the day and go with their life. So there's kind of very little that you need to prepare. You can just arrive and enjoy the day and then go home.
Okay, cool. That's really helpful to know as well. And kind of like, do all tickets have to be bought beforehand? Do you have availability where people can like literally rock up on the day and buy the tickets? Or like if they leave it to then, is it kind of like, well, there's limited numbers, and if we're sold out, you can't make it?
We do have a limited number of tickets, and if they're sold out, they will be sold out. But then we also do a half-day ticket that's available from 2:00, so that you could do 2 classes instead of the whole day from 9. So if the full day tickets are sold out, then you could just arrive for the half-day ticket, do 2 classes, and then you could stay for the music at the end and the dancing. So music, that's an option. Music and dancing. So the festival and the program ends at around 5, and then we have a DJ and music, and we end off the evening with some frivolity.
Yes, it's always a very playful. Everybody's dancing, but there's hula hoops, and
they're all loosened up from all the yoga, so the dance moves are very good.
Oh, I love it. So now tell me, with this, you guys have been doing it. You're saying this is like the 9th one that you've hosted. So you've been doing them quite consistently just before COVID started. So maybe not quite during that period, but since then. What do you look for when you put these together? Because it sounds like like now you've got belly dance coming in, you've got new stuff coming. What is the intention when you create the next one? Like, how do you go about that? Like, what is your thought process?
I think you kind of let it evolve itself as well. People come to us and they go, can we do this? We see what fits in with the whole program. We've also got some beautiful talks this time as well. And it does evolve itself as well. It's lovely because people want to get involved in something
and like try new things.
Yeah, and I also would love that people arrive there and they haven't tried something, and because they are there, they maybe do kinesiology or TRE or something they've never tried, and it's something that helps them in their life, maybe breath work or whatever.
And also the thing is, you don't have to be good at it, so that's also, it's kind of, when you get to a certain age, we often don't try things because we think maybe we're not going to be good at it, or maybe we're going to hurt ourselves. And it's kind of, so that's also takes a lot of courage to try acrobatic yoga for the first time. But just that, just even saying yes to the class is something in itself, kind of that journey of self to do that. So that's also what we challenge people to do, is just try new things. No matter how old you are, just come and try it.
So you're pretty much saying that the event is for all ages, all shapes, all sizes, all experience.
Yes.
It's not like you've got to be this like Monday to Friday yogi who's
No, it's anybody, any age. Yeah. And any gender, obviously. Yeah. Not only for women.
No. Actually, and the belly dancing class, she said it's very much for men as well. I'm hoping that some men are going to come and do the belly dancing on the 9th of December.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. I laugh because I used to do belly dancing. I would probably say like 15 years ago, way back when. And it was just such a fun thing to do. Like, it's so very different from yoga, but also so similar in certain ways. And I do remember, I'm just trying to think, like, we didn't have any guys in the class, but it was always like, they're welcome. And, it's, yeah. So I think that is fantastic. And I do have a friend, I'm just trying to think who it was. I think it was Gina. She was like, her husband, went along and tried it somewhere, somehow. I can't remember what now, but it's so much fun, like you guys are saying, just to try something new and something different. Cool. So last kind of like question that I have, this is the event for this year if people want to come. For next year, have you already got something in the pipelines happening, set up, or?
So we're looking at doing different things next year. We're looking at doing the one-day ones, and then we're also looking at a 3-day festival, and then we team up with other festivals as well. So we're bringing Shanti to Bezique. We have a Shanti wellness area at Bezique. We have a Shanti wellness area at Earth Dance. And we're kind of also branching out to other festivals and creating a healing space within those bigger festivals to kind of ground people and bring them back to a sense of peace, for them to meet new people and just kind of shift the energy a little bit. But for now, we've got this one, and then we'll do a one-day one in February at Riverside, and then we'll let you know when we're doing our 3-day one. It'll be next October.
Okay, awesome. Really cool. So anything else you would like people to be made aware of or know about you guys? Like, you guys are so like relatable and easy to chat to. So it's kind of like people don't need to be scared of you if they've got an idea that they'd like to run by you. Like, I'm assuming, can come up to you and like have a chat with you and be like, how about including, I don't know, whatever else is out there that you haven't done yet.
Yeah, exactly. And
we would love that.
Even if we can't include things now, we've got a beautiful little list we make of all the lovely things that are available. And we can always include, next year, February.
Yeah, we're open to any ideas.
Well, that's fantastic. I think that's really helpful for people to hear as well, is that it is, so inclusive and so open, and that it's not just yoga. Like, there is more to it, and there are different ways of exploring way to move and be in the body and to work the mind as well.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Any last kind of like thoughts, ideas?
So if people want to know more about us, we're on all the kind of social networks. Also Carey at shantifest.co.za or Dani at shantifest.co.za. And we'd love to hear ideas, questions, or they can just find us on any of our social media. And we just kind of, we'd like to see more of these festivals, more wellness, more of these kind of intuitive and festivals that have this kind of grounding and like a positive healing intention. That's how we kind of shift mindsets.
And so, random question that just comes to mind, like, is this something that you think you might be taking into different areas? Like, I'm just thinking the bigger cities like Joburg, Durban, PE, has it even been
globally? Yes. We want to take it to Bali.
Mozambique. There's always that possibility.
Yes.
I mean, I love traveling. So does Dani. And if we could take it, you know, I like that you're going to be showing people different ways of being healthy, different ways of wellness. And if we can take that out, they would be fabulous.
And so there must be so much that kind of like goes on behind the scenes to make a festival like this happen, and you know that everything goes as smoothly as possible. Like, how hectic, like honestly, is it for you guys in the build up to it?
Well, Carey and I, we've been working together for a while, and we're also good friends, and we've got a lot of respect for each other, which is amazing. So we have kind of set roles. So I have my jobs, and Carey's got her jobs, and we kind of keep checking in and keep asking, what do you think about this? But we kind of have clear roles, and we each do our own thing, and then we keep coming together and then going and doing our own thing. And that kind of collaborative relationship works really well.
And I think COVID also helped because it was quite stressful. So we really got an initiation by fire, basically, which was great because it really rooted our relationship and a good working relationship. And we've got lovely people on our team as well. Like we've got the best sound guy in the business.
It's my husband.
He is. He's phenomenal. And we've got a great team. You know. From our beautiful people that help us at the door, etc. You know, we've just got beautiful people that are part of Shanti just as much as we are, you know.
Amazing. And I'm just thinking, like, you guys must be very like have different like strengths or talents, and so that sounds like, you know, because you're talking about you each have your roles and you know what you do, so it must be really nice to be able to work with someone that you can rely fully on a certain part of the business where you don't have to worry about that if that's not your strength, and you can then really elevate and indulge in kind of like doing what you do well. How important is that? You know, have you found that? It's
very important. I know Carey knows what my strengths are. I know what her strengths are, and we lift each other and elevate each other within their own strengths. But also, Carey knows when, you know, maybe I'm like overstressed and there's too much going on. She'll know, okay, she's going to leave Dan for a bit and she's going to come back to me in half an hour. So we know each other really well. We know how to. We know each other's triggers.
Yeah, awesome. And it's great that you've got also such a great supportive team to help you do the other parts. I think that is such a pivotal part as well, is that, you know, if you don't have the support staff, the support structure there, that's...
Exactly.
Cool. Awesome. So shantifest.co.za, that's your guys' website, right? Have I got that right?
Yeah, that's kind of, it's still, we're shifting. We've got a new service provider, so we're kind of remaking that one. But all the information's on our socials, and they can phone us or email us. Shantifest.co.za is still, we're just actually working on it this week. But all the information's on our social media. Cool. And also on Quicket. Tickets are on Quicket.
Quicket, that's where everyone can get tickets. Like, go there, get that.
Yes. Tickets are on Quicket. They can just search Shanti.
Love it. Guys, thanks so much for chatting and for giving an update on what is happening and where you guys are at and what you're doing and the peace days or events that you've been hosting as well. So thank you, and keep up the amazing work. Keep spreading the love. And I look forward to hearing more about more festivals happening all over the world. Shanti Fest. Hopefully Mozambique sometime.
Yes, Mozambique.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank you, Nina. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.